British pound has run up about 11% against the dollar since May, less so in trade-weighted terms, but up nonetheless. The question is what this says, especially about the UK economy. We partner with the Financial Times to bring you Lex on Bloomberg so you can get a sneak peek at the FT's flagship column a day early. Erik Schatzker joins me now live from London. Edward, let's take a look at this. Is it a real rally in sterling, or is this merely a recovery from a long fall? I remember when we were paying $2 to buy a pound. It's only $1.58 now.
That's right. If you look at it on a trade-weighted basis, which is, the sort of better way to look at it, it's up 4 and a little bit percent since its low, the sterling in March. But, it's still down 23% on a trade-weighted basis, and that your dollar memory is quite accurate since its high in 2007. So you're still dealing with a currency that's basically on a weak trend, not on a strong trend.
All right, well, let's tackle this question then. What does it say about the UK economy? Is there really an incipient recovery there, or is it more a question of what the rest of the world looks like?
Yeah, the UK doesn't look at this point a lot worse than the rest of the world. I think a few months ago it had a bigger deficit, it had more political uncertainty. It had what looked like a very weak recovery, and at that point, one of the few optimistic things was that sterling was so low, and that was supposed to help exports. Now that the rest of the world seems to have slowed down somewhat, China, certainly the U.S. very much, and there are these lingering doubts about the Eurozone, sterling and the UK economy look a little bit less weak in comparison, and the currency market is always a comparative game. So, and it's also a very emotional game. So the traders who were very down on sterling now see a tougher budget, a tougher government, and the rest of the world looking weaker. So they say, yeah, this doesn't look so bad.
All right, well, Edward, let's try to figure out which pieces of the puzzle fall into place next. It seems the moment you declare that there is a rally underway in any currency, somebody steps in to sniff it out. We saw that happen with the U.S. dollar over the past several weeks. What's going to happen to the pound?
I tend to agree with that general view that in today's world, there are not strong currencies. There are less weak ones. There are not really any countries that have, or currency zones that have the kind of fundamental support that would suggest a long rally. So this rally, the sterling's been in a trading zone for quite some time. We're now heading towards the top of that zone. I'd be surprised if we have a big breakout this time around either.
All right, Edward, we'll have to see what happened. That is Erik Schatzker, a writer at the FT's Lex desk over in London.